might move like everything is gonna work out. Because it is. Okay? And is. Shout out to the author of this quote, and if I knew who it was, I would shout you out. Because you're the real one, okay? And collective. You are somebody that is completely tapped in, okay? Like, you get your downloads directly from source, okay? You've been connected to source from very early on, okay? But you've lost your connection. You lost your memory, but now you started to remember your connection to source, right? And this is why you move through life how you do, right? This is why you have this faith that seems unnatural. It almost seems supernatural, you know? Like, you move through life with this level of confidence that can't be faked. It can only be cultivated through the life experiences that you went through. Like, the confidence that you walk in life cannot, like, it's only forged from the things that you have survived that you thought you were not going to make it out of. Because there's no way that, you know what I'm saying, like, somebody could be so sure. This is how some people view you. Like, how could you just be so sure? How could you just be so confident? Like, how could you just walk through life like that and just not worry and not, like, there are people out here like literally giving you the evil eye, literally giving you the stank face because you're so carefree, you're so unbothered, you have such a free spirit that they really despise you for. You know what I'm saying? Because they care too much. They're too afraid. They're worried too much. But you're the type of person who walks by faith and not by fear. You done seen so much in life. You done been through so much in life to the point where you're like, well, what's the worst that can happen? Like that, like, you're that type of person. You've been through so much in life. What is the worst that can happen? And this is why you move the way you move, because you understand that God got your back, and if God is for you, then ain't nobody against you. And you've already been through what you thought was the worst of the worst, and you still somehow got out of it. You still somehow maintained and survived. So this is why you know everything is going to work out. This is why when you're faced with adversity, this is why when you're under pressure, you become that pressure and you apply pressure and you don't get moved and be bothered by it. Some people envy and despise of you, collective, because the same thing that would have knocked them out. The same thing would have ended them. The same thing would have just completely destroyed them. Yet you are moving through it like it doesn't even affect you. Like, are you a ghost? Casper, call me. Like, some people out here really think you're a ghost, okay? They might think you're an alien or something, because of how you move through life. It's like you have a secret that they don't know. You know something they don't know. You got something they don't got. Well, it's no secret that you have a connection with Source God. You actually know Source God yourself. You actually took the time out to spend time getting to know Source God and working on yourself and building yourself up. That's the key. It's really not a secret. You know this, collective. But see, they're simple-minded, right? They're pessimistic, right? They choose to stay stagnant, right? They're choosing comfort over growth, right? So, I mean, but see, collective, you don't even care about what they got to think or what they got to say. Like, you feel the projections, you see the projections, you hear them trying to project their insecurities onto you. But again, you're still so unfazed. You're still so unbothered. Like, you're the type of person, you don't complain anymore. Like, you actually went through real life stuff. So little petty stuff that you go through on a daily, that don't bother you. There's people out here who don't struggle, never had to really struggle in life, never really had to face adversity, had, all these healthy, good relationships, a nice, happy home, and a good family growing up, don't question nothing. And they go through something so little, so minor, so minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might have woke up and got to work 10 minutes late, and now their whole day is screwed up. Or somebody took their parking spot outside, or something so petty and little, and they're blowing it up like it's such a big deal. And here you are, and you're just laughing that shit off, because it's like, come on now, you've actually went through life altering situations. You went through life threatening situations. You actually went through stuff that actually you could have ended up dead, ended up 6 feet under, put you in danger. You've actually experienced real life things that jeopardized your safety, and so when you experience these little minor things on a day-to-day, that don't faze you, because like, that's not nothing compared to what you've already experienced and survived. Okay. And so this is why you make certain people uneasy too. When you're around, you intimidate a lot of people, collective, because you have this quiet confidence about yourself. So it don't matter what you face. It don't matter the situations or the stress that try to come up in your life. You aren't moved by it like how other people are. You're not, things will be unpleasant. You're not going to enjoy certain things. You're not going to be happy about certain things. You know what I'm saying? But you're not allowing those circumstances to overrule and override how you should feel. You're not going to let those things dictate your mood. You're not doing that no more, collective, because you understand that God has a divine timing and is orchestrating your life and setting your life up and ordering your steps, right? You're trusting the process. You know it's going to work out because in the past it's worked out. Because before you did not see, you couldn't see the end, but you still moved through the darkness like you knew where you were going, and you got to where you were going. So you just keep repeating the process over and over again. And as you do this, you continue to elevate your faith to now you're walking through life literally unbothered. Literally, you're just moving through life effortlessly, to the point where people think that you just got it made, think your life is so easy, and they just don't understand. But they didn't see all the work that you put in on the back end, right? They're seeing the results of all the effort that you put in from years and years and years. They're just now finally seeing all that hard work on the back end. It's starting to pay off and show off. So to them, it's looking like this shit is happening overnight, when the whole time you've been on the back end building this up from years, year in and year out. For you, it seems like a long time coming, like, dang, about time people starting to notice and recognize me, like where you been at. But then to other people, it's looking like, dang, how did that happen so fast? Now people's taking notes. But see, you know the truth, collective. And this is why you don't argue, you don't fight, you don't do none of that. Because you know who is on your team. You know who you're rocking with. You know who really got your back. Ultimately, the Most High. And with the Most High on your side, can't nobody fuck with you. Okay, collective? And this is why you move through life like you know everything's going to work out, because it is going to work out. You know that. You feel it. You believe it. You breathe it. You embody it. Okay? Who am I talking to, collective? I know I'm talking to somebody. I know I can't just be talking to myself. Okay? Let me know down in them comments below if I'm talking to you, because I would love to know. I would love to hear. Okay? And if this is your first time here, click that subscribe button because I want you a part of our tribe. And if you're returning, y'all know how we do over here. Thank y'all so much for continuing to support me. Y'all are loyalty. Y'all are loyal AF, and y'all know I love loyalty. So thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Listen, it's Kar. I'm signing out. We'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.